Sriram sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Just for checking, I called you.
மேம் இந்த டைட்டில் கொஞ்சம் சரியா தெரியல மேம். அது மட்டும் கொஞ்சம்
எது சார்?
மேல டைட்டில் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் 9 போட்டு
ஆ.
டைட்டில் மட்டும். ஓகே மேம்.
ஓகே.
ஓகே மேம். ஓகே, கரெக்டா இருக்கு. கரெக்டா இருக்கு.
ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா இருக்கா சார்?
என்னது மேம்?
ஆக்சுவலி லெட்டர்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா இருக்கா இல்ல கொஞ்சம்?
ஸ்லாண்டிங்கா தான் மேம் இருக்கு.
சரி, இப்போ ஓகேவா?
கரெக்டா இருக்கு மேம். Shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, students. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఇప్పుడు మనం చూడబోయే టాపిక్ ఏంటా స్టాండర్డ్ 9 లో ఉండ పాలినామిల్స్ ఇంక టాపిక్. సో పాలినామిల్స్ ని చెప్పది ఈ ఏంటికి 9th స్టాండర్డ్ లో మట్టు ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ for 10th standard also the name of the topic is polynomial. It plays a very important role. So easy as well as it is important. Okay, well, I'll give you the clear-cut idea, like a recapitulation of everything. In what way we can quickly can do the recapitulations. Okay, well, sure. So ఇప్పుడు మన యా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయబోయిందా ఎక్సైజ్ ఈ చాప్టర్ వచ్చి చాప్టర్ నేమ్ వచ్చి సెకండ్ చాప్టర్. ఈ సెకండ్ చాప్టర్ ல ఉండే ఎక్సర్సైజ్ వచ్చింత 3-4 ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఉందిக்கா. సో ఆ 4 ఎక్సర్సైజ్ல ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఎట్లా చదువుకోవాలి, సో అదిని பத்தி தான் ఇప్పుడు మనం చూడపోయాము. ఓకేవా? సో పాలినామియల్స్. సో పాలినామియల్స్ can be classified into two types. One is what is in the based on a number of terms. Okay va? Second type yanta based on degree. Okay va? So based on number of terms etta undu, based on degree etta undu nu seppi untutinga na example seppa poya. Seri daniki mundatla పాలినామియల్ అంతా ఏమి, వాట్ ఇస్ పాలినామియల్, ఓకేవా? అండ్ దెన్ వాట్ ఇస్ ఈక్వేషన్. స్టూడెంట్స్ మస్ట్ నో ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద పాలినామియల్ అండ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్. ఇప్పుడు మన చదువుది వచ్చి 9th స్టాండర్డ్ లో ఉండప్పుడంట ఇది అయితే బేసిక్ థింగ్స్. సో ఇది అయితే బేసిక్ థింగ్స్ ఇప్పుడు నా చెప్పి పాలినామియల్ అంతా ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పమే, x minus 2 అని చెప్పి పెట్టుకుని ఉండమే. పాలినామియల్ అంతా ఏమి, ఈక్వేషన్ అంతా ఏమి. సో ఈక్వేషన్ షార్ట్ ఫార్మ్ ఇస్ ఈక్యూయు. ఇప్పుడు నా రాసది x minus 2 అని చెప్పి రాసని చెప్పి పెట్టుకుంటామే. x minus 2 ఈడని x minus 2 is equal to 0 అని చెప్పేసి రాసిందా. ఈ x minus 2 కు దీనికి యా వ్యత్యాసం అంట. ఈ x minus 2 మట్టు ఇచ్చిందా, దీనికి పేరు పాలినామియల్ అని చెప్పి చెప్పుతాము. ఈక్వేషన్ చెప్పి చెప్తా ఈక్వల్ టు 0. సో ఈక్వల్ టు 0 మస్ట్ బి నీడెడ్ ఫర్ అ ఈక్వేషన్. ఓకేవా? మన తిప్పి ఒకసారి చెప్తా. x minus 2 అని చెప్పి ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్. లెట్ us కన్సిడర్ x minus 2. సో ఈ x minus 2 ఇట్టనే ఉందని చెప్పి పెట్టుకుంటామే. సో x minus 2 నే రాయవచ్చు. ఆ x minus 2 ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అని చెప్పి రాయవచ్చు కరెక్ట్గా. సో ఈ x minus 2 ఇట్టనే చెప్పి చెప్తా, దీనికి పేరు ఏమింట పాలినామియల్. ఇదే ఇది ఇట్టన రాసింత ఈక్వల్ టు 0. సో వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ సింబల్ అంట, ఈక్వల్ టు 0 మస్ట్ బి నీడెడ్. క్వశ్చన్ లెటర్ అడుగుతుంట x minus 2 మట్టు ఇద్దరు, ఇట్ ఇస్ అ పాలినామియల్ ఆర్ అ ఈక్వేషన్ అటంట. It is a polynomial. Okay va? Yeah. Okay ma'am. ఇప్పుడు లీనియర్. సో లీనియర్ అంతా ఏమని చెప్పి ముడించిన x minus once again I want to write the same thing, x minus 2. సో లీనియర్ అంతా ఇది ఎట్లా చెప్పదు అటంట డిగ్రీ 1. సో ఈడ వేరియబుల్ చెప్పి చెప్తాము. వేరియబుల్ ద ఇట్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఆల్ఫాబెటిక్ లెటర్స్ A to Z. ఓకేవా? అవుట్ ఆఫ్ A to Z లా we are supposed to consider any one alphabetic letter. సో లీనియర్ మీన్స్ ద ఏం చెప్పిందా, డిగ్రీ వచ్చి 1 ఉండవాల. సో ఈడ వేరియబుల్ యా ఉంది, x ఉంది, దీంతో పవర్ యా ఉంది అని చెప్పి చెప్తాము, ఉండదాన్ని చెప్పి చెప్తాము. సో ఇట్ ఇస్ అ లీనియర్. ఓకేవా? ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ నా లీనియర్. సో ఇదే లీనియర్ ನ ఎట్లా చెప్పి చెప్పవచ్చుంట, లీనియర్ పాలినామియల్ తా ఎట్ట ఉండు, లీనియర్ ఈక్వేషన్ తా ఎట్ట ఉండు. నా చెప్ప అర్థం పురించినా? సో లీనియర్ తా ఏమింట ఒకే ఒక వేరియబుల్ మట్టు రాయవాల. ఆ వేరియబుల్ తోని డిగ్రీ యా ఉండవంట 1. சரியா? సో x plus 5 ఇప్పుడు రాసని చెప్పి పెట్టుకుంటామే. ఎన్ని వేరియబుల్ ఈడ ఉంది, ఒకే ఒక వేరియబుల్ మట్టులా ఈడ ఇచ్చిండారు. ఆ వేరియబుల్ తోని డిగ్రీ ఏముంది అటంట డిగ్రీ 1. సో ఇది x plus 5 is an example of polynomial, linear polynomial. ఇదే ఇది ఇప్పుడు నైట్ రాసని పెట్టుకుంటామే. x plus 5 ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అని చెప్పి రాశారు. ఈడను ఒకే ఒక వేరియబుల్ గా ఇచ్చిండారు. ఈ వేరియబుల్ తోని పవర్ యా ఇచ్చిండారు 1 అని చెప్పి రాయవచ్చుక. సో పవర్ 1 అంటే ఏం చెప్పి చెప్తాము, లీనియర్ అని చెప్పి చెప్తాము. So what is the difference between a linear polynomial and a linear equation? What is the difference between a linear polynomial and linear equation? Okay. English or language? Voice is breaking. Sriram sir, am I audible to you? Sir, can you respond me? Sure. Linear means it is nothing but the highest degree one is called linear. Okay, va? So what is called linear? The highest degree of the variable one is called linear. So what is the meaning of the word variable means? From the alphabetic letter A to Z, we can select any one letter. There is no issue at all. From alphabetic letter A to Z, I am asking you to pick out any one variable. Here the example what I want to select is na x. Okay, so what is the power of x? Suppose x to the power of 1, x to the power of 2, x to the power of 3. The base is x. Here the power is 1. Here the base is 2. Sorry, base is x, power is 2. Here the base is x, power is 3. Okay, so linear means as what now, which is nothing but the highest degree one is called linear. Okay, so and then we must know the difference between a polynomial and the equation. Students, you may have a confusion with the word polynomial and the equation. So here also I have written x plus 5. Here also I have written x plus 5. What is the difference between these two part now? Only x plus 5 alone is there. Now it is nothing but is called a polynomial. Polynomial short form can be written as POLY. Suppose here also I have written the same thing, x plus 5, but equal to 0 is given. Okay, but how we are supposed to read it as now? X plus 5 equal to 0 is called as the equation. So easiest example, equal to symbol is there. We can connect the given word with the equal to symbol. Okay, well, we can connect the given word with the equal to symbol. Okay, well, next. Next, the same thing can be considered for a quadratic. The same thing can be considered for a quadratic. Okay, va? Next, quadratic means as any idea? Right neatly, ma'am. Yes, I am doing my best only. Okay, va? So any idea about the word quadratic? Students can able to answer for my question. If there is any idea about the word quadratic, I'll tell you one by one. Linear means highest degree. Highest degree must be 1. The highest degree 1 is called linear. The highest degree, the highest degree 2 is called what it is now? Quadratic. Okay, that highest degree 2 is called what it is now? Quadratic. And then highest degree 3 is called what it is now? Cubic. So right now I am listing out this as an example of what now? Based on degree. So based on degree. So what is the name of the polynomial based on degree? Highest degree 1 is called linear. Highest degree 2 is called quadratic. And highest degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. I'll give you the example also for this thing. So highest degree 1 now. This is example 1. Highest degree 1 is called. So let us consider x plus 2. Okay, so x plus 2 is an example of linear polynomial. Okay, suppose quadratic polynomial. The quadratic short form is QUAD. So what is called a quadratic polynomial? The highest degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. So you can use the same example. X squared plus 3. if I'm writing like this. So what is the variable here? Here the variable is x and the degree is what it is, what I have written it here, degree 2 is called a quadratic. Next one can be considered as a cubic. So what is a cubic? Cubic means as what? Na? The highest degree 3 is called a cubic. So example of cubic polynomial, how it can be? Any idea? You yourself can tell me. Students, can you try to answer for my question, ma? What is called a cubic polynomial? The highest degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Okay, ma? Am I clear with my instructions, ma? So I shall repeat it again. Based on degree. Based on degree means as what it is now. We are supposed to consider the variable only. Okay, ma? Listen carefully. If you are unable to understand the concept anything else, now once again from the first, I'll try to explain it again. Okay, ma? So the first topic what it is now, based on degree, what is the name of the polynomial? Okay, ba? So based on degree. The first one is linear. So what is called a linear? The highest degree of the variable one is called a linear. So linear polynomial, how it can be? X plus 2. So you can check the degree. So highest degree one is called a linear. Okay, ba? So short form, polynomial short form is POLY. Okay. Next, quadratic polynomial. The quadratic polynomial can be written in the short form of QUAD. So the highest degree what it can be? X to the power of 2 plus 1. So we are supposed to give the weightage only for the power alone. That's why I am using the box. Okay, ba? Next, cubic. So cubic polynomial, how it can be now? I will write the same example. You yourself can able to understand what I am trying to say. So see that variable, only one variable is given and the power what it is given are 3. Okay, ba? So linear polynomial. Right now I am asking you to give the weightage only for the powers of the variable. Okay, ba? What I am trying to say, I am asking you to give the weightage only for the powers of the variable only. So highest power 1 is called the linear polynomial. Highest power 2 is called the quadratic polynomial and highest power 3 is called the cubic polynomial. Okay, ba? Suppose if they are asking us to find the linear equation, simply I thought of changing the word polynomial by equation. So equation, linear equation, quadratic equation, and the third one is cubic equation. So how the linear equation it can be written? As I told you already, the highest degree 1 is called a linear, highest degree 2 is called a quadratic, and highest degree 3 is called a cubic. Yes or no? So equation is the keyword of what it is. Now equal to 0 symbol must be needed. That's it. I'm not asking you to change it anything else. Simply equal to 0 symbol alone must be needed because quadratic means as what? Highest degree of the variable 2 is called quadratic. Word next word, what keyword is given? For equation. So equal to 0 symbol must be needed. And then the third one, what it is? Cubic equation. So what is called a cubic equation? The power of the variable, the highest degree 3 must be needed. Okay, well, next equation symbol must be connected with the what keyword? Equal to 0 symbol must be needed. Okay, well, so right now I am asking you to list out the equations or a polynomial based on degrees only. Okay, well, yes sir, no? Shall we move on to the next topic? Okay. At last, we will do the recapitulation also. Next topic is related with what? Based on number of terms. Based on number of terms. Okay, va? Chapati Purjina. So based on number of terms, for example, t to the power of 3 alone it is given. ఓకేవా? t to the power of 3 ఇంట ఈడ మనం ఎట్లా కౌంట్ చేయవాలంట ఎంటైర్ థింగ్. సో ఎంటైర్ థింగ్ how many terms are that? Simply you can close it like this. Entire term can be considered as a single term. ఓకేవా? సో only one term alone is given na. What is the name of this term na? Monomial. So monomial is nothing but it can be considered as a only one term alone. Okay, va? Next word is binomial. So binomial means as what na? I will give you the example of binomial. Bicycle. So we can use the word bicycle. Bicycle ka any wheels undu? 2 wheels undu ka? A cycle ku. சரியா? So bicycle can be connected with the word binomial. I can consider the word binomial means as what na? How many terms will be there na? 2 terms. For example, t cube plus 1. So 1 term, 2 term, like a head count. How many students are there in my class? Abhina, you are supposed to do the head counting. So 1 term, 2 term. So that is called binomial. So binomial is nothing but it can be considered as only 2 terms alone. Monomial means only 1 term alone it is given as nothing but monomial. சரியா? Binomial means as what? 2 terms must be needed. Next, trinomial. Trinomial means as what na? You itself can tell me the word triangle. So triangle ta number of sides. Students, you itself can tell me. Simply I will give you the example of triangle. So triangle can have how many sides? 1, 2, 3 sides will be there. As well as how many angles will be there? A, B, C is a triangle. Side A, 1, 2, 3 sides and 3 angles are there. Okay, va? So tri means as what na? 3. So one more daily life example of the word trinomial means as what na? The word triangle can be considered. Okay, va? Am I clear, ma? So tri means as what na? It is 3. For example, in a group of friends, 3 students are there. In a group of friends, 3 students are there. Na? We can name it as a group as what na? Trio friends. So what name can be given for the friendship na? Trio friends. Tri means as what na? 3. Okay, va? So t to the power of 3, t to the power of 2 plus 1. That is the best example of trinomial. So can you do the head counting? 1 term, 2 term, 3 term. So trinomial must have how many terms? It is 3 terms. Okay, va? So monomial must nothing but only 1 term alone is given. Okay, va? For example, if I am writing t to the power of 25, that is also an example of trinomial. Why, ma? Only 1 term alone is given in the base. Okay, va? So it is called a monomial. For example, I will give you one more example. T to the power of 100. That is also an example of what it is? Monomial. Okay, va? So mono means as nothing but it can be considered as only 1 term alone. Next, we will move on to the binomial. So binomial means as what? Now, how many terms will be there? Now, 2 terms. So example, bicycle. Okay, well, bicycle means as how many wheels can be there in a bicycle? 2 wheels will be there. So can you do the checking? 1 term, 2 term. Yeah, binomial is nothing but it must have how many terms? 2 terms. Here you need not worry about the sign. Why, ma'am? In between plus symbol alone is needed. Na? It is not like that. It can be minus also. But simply I am asking you to do the head counting alone. 1 term, 2 term. So 2 terms are there, na, which is nothing but binomial. Tri means as what? 3. Okay, va? So what is the example of trinomial? Triangle is also an example. So a triangle can have how many sides? 3 sides as well as 3 angles. Suppose in our class 3 students are there. All the three students are the best friends. Na? We can give the nickname for their group trio friends. Okay, va? For whom we can give the name of the nickname for trio means as what? Na? It is 3 students will be there. Okay, va? Next, Here the trinomial means as what? Shall we do the head counting? 1, 2, 3. Here you need not worry about the sign. It can be plus or minus or whatever it is. Yeah. That is also an example of trinomial. Suppose in your textbook only monomial, binomial and trinomial alone is given. I thought of saying one more also. Yeah. Suppose if the degree 4 is given. Suppose if the degree 4. 4. T to the power of 4 plus 10. T to the power of 4 means as what? It is a biquadratic. More than that, it is a polynomial. Sharia. Next, we will move on to the next topic. So these are the important concepts in exercise 2.1. Next concept is related with the topic what it is now. Zeros. Zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. So zeros means the definition itself, it is given very clearly. Zeros of a polynomial. Zero means is what? At last, we need an answer as zero only. Okay, if the, I will give you one example. X plus 2. So, P of X is equal to X plus 2. Suppose, check X is equal to minus 2. Check X is equal to minus 2 is a given polynomial or not? X is equal to minus 2 is the zeros of the given polynomial or not? They are asking us to consider the value of X by what? Minus 2. So what we are supposed to do is P of the term of X can be replaced at what it is? Minus 2. Okay, left side as well as right side. So my X value can be written as minus 2. Already plus 2 is given. So what it can be written? Plus 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. At last, my answer becomes as what? 0. So what you can conclude that? Yes, X is equal to minus 2 is the zeros of P of X. Okay, important concept, students. So listen carefully. So what is the topic it is given? Zeros of a polynomial. So zeros of the polynomial means as what? At last, I need to get the answer as 0 only. Check X is equal to minus 2 is the zeros of the given polynomial or not. So in the place of X can be replaced by what? Minus 2. So shall I replace X by minus 2 in the left side as well as X can be replaced by minus 2 in the right side also. I didn't change it anything else. Okay, minus 2 plus 2 will get cancelled. So what is the answer? It becomes 0. So conclusion must be needed. Yes, X is equal to minus 2 is the zeros of P of X. Suppose slightly I want to do some changes along the question. If X is equal to 2, check X is equal to 2 is a check X is equal to 2 is a zeros of a polynomial or not. So what we are supposed to do it? In the place of X, I am asking you to replace it by what? Minus. So how it can be written? P of X can be replaced as minus 2. Here also right side X can be replaced by 2. The remaining terms will be there as it is. So 2 plus 2 what it is? Two numerical number have the same sign. So we are supposed to do the addition only. 2 plus 2 is 4. So the 4 is equal to 0 or not, which is not equivalent to 0. If I am replacing X by 2 now, am I getting a 0 or not equal to 0? Other than 0 I am getting. So how I am supposed to write the conclusion means, no, X is equal to 2 as not X is equal to 2 is not the zeros of P of X. Okay, am I clear, ma'am? So is it x is equal to 2 is the zeros of p of x or not? Na? No. Why ma? Why I'm getting no na? Because at last what I'm getting the answer? 4, which is equivalent to 0 or not? No. So p of 2 is not equal to 0 for the given polynomial. It's not the zeros of the given polynomial. Right now I gave a simple example. What it is given in the textbook example, and we will discuss that one also. P of x is equal to 5, x to the power of 2. It is a book bag example only. So you need not worry about it. Minus 3x and then plus. Check. X is equal to comma. X is equal to what it is given? X is equal to 1. So easy example only. So what is the meaning? They are asking us to replace the value of x by what it is? 1 in the given polynomial. What we are supposed to do it? At last, after doing the simplification, at last, if I am getting 0, now how will you write the conclusion? X is equal to 1 is a zeros of a given polynomial. Suppose other than 0, it can be a positive value or it can be a negative or anything. Other than 0 means as what? Now, it is not a zeros of a given polynomial. Shall we check it whether it is a zeros of a given polynomial or not? So what we are supposed to do it? P of that x term can be replaced it by 1 only. In the left hand side, as well as shall we replace it in the right hand side also? 5, 1 to the power of 2 minus 3 into 1 to the power of 1 plus 7. So in the place of x, I am asking you to replace the value by what it is? 1 only. Okay, ma'am? Next. So 5 into 1 to the power of 2. So 1 into 1, what it is? 1 only. And then, better you can write it like this. Next, 3 into 1 plus 7 will be there as it is. Because 7 is a constant number. 5 ones are 5. 1 threes are 3 plus 7. So in what way will you add the normal addition and subtraction? We must give the weightage for the like terms, or like we can consider the first two terms. So as you wish. So shall we combine these two terms alone? 5 minus 3. So what will be getting at? 2 plus 7 will be there as it is. 2 plus 7 is nothing but 9. Am I getting the answer as 0 or not? You yourself can tell me. Am I getting the 0 or not for the first question? Na? Can you check and say to me, ma? Am I getting the 0 or not? Na? Which is not equivalent to 0. Okay, ba? So 9 is equivalent to 0 or not equivalent to 0. Now, how will you write the conclusion? X is equal to, I'll write it here. X is equal to 1 is not zeros of a given polynomial. Zeros of a I can able to see the board. Sorry, wait a minute. Simply I will dictate the answers alone. X is equal to 1 is not zeros of the given polynomial. How will you write the conclusion? X is equal to 1 is not the zeros of a given polynomial. Why? What is the reason? At last, what value I am getting here? 9 only. So it is not the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, ba? Next example. Shall I give you one more example based on this concept? Shall I give you one more example? Yeah, we will try to discuss the book back exercise sums. This is exercise 2.2. Okay, ba? So what is a given polynomial? Given polynomial can be considered as p of x is equal to 5x minus 4x square, 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So what is the value can be assigned for the variable x is nothing but 0. Okay, wow. It can be anything. they can give the value of x can be positive value, negative value, 0, or it can be a fractions also. So you need not worry about the value of the variable x. So what I am asking you to do is, in the place of x can be replaced it by 0 in the given polynomial. So p of 0. Okay, wow. In the left hand side, I can write it as p of 0. What about the right hand side? 5 into the value of x can be replaced by 0 minus 4 into my x value as 0 to the power of 2 plus 3 will be there as it is. Okay, ma. Next, users can do the multiplication. Any one of you are interested to answer for my question? You can unmute it. Can you try your level best to answer for this question, students? Can you or shall I? Can you or shall I? 5 into 0 becomes 0. 4 into 0 also becomes 0 plus 3. So 0 plus 0, you cannot consider 0 and plus 0 and minus 0 will not get cancelled. Actually 0, it can be a positive. 0 can have what sign? It is neither positive nor negative. So at last the answer is what it is now? 3. Okay, wow. So am I getting the values of 0 or not now? Which is not equivalent to 0. So how will you write it as? X is equal to 0 plus x is equal to 0 is not the zeros of a given gn means as what my given polynomial. Okay, ma? Next, shall we move on to the next topic? So what it is now? Find the value of a polynomial. Here, see here. Next topic is very easy one only. They are asking us to find the value. Find the, this is exercise 2.2 first Roman letter. Find the value of the polynomial. Find the value of the polynomial p of x is equal to 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at x is equal to what it is given? X is equal to minus 1. So what is the difference between the last sum and this sum means as what? Last sum they are asking us to check at last, am I getting the answer as 0 or not? But here a polynomial is given, value of x can be considered as minus 1. At last, what value will be getting it? It can be 0, positive, negative, or it can come in the fraction form also. Okay, wow. So that's why the word is very clearly given. Find the value. Okay, wow. If you are replacing the x term by x variable by minus 1 means what value will be getting it for this polynomial? Okay, wow. Shall we start doing it? So P of minus 1, 5 into minus 1, minus 4 into minus 1 to the power of 2, plus 3 will be the as it is. Okay, next, how will you do the multiplication? How will you do the multiplication? Any idea? 5 into minus 1 will be there as it is. So minus 1 occurrence are there 2 times. So you can do the calculation separately. Minus 1 can power what it is given now? 2. So minus 1 into minus 1, 1 ones are 1 only. Minus into minus it becomes plus. So plus 3 will be there as it is. Out of the bracket 4 is given. Now can you do the multiplication? 1 5 is 5. What is the sign is given for the number 5 now? It is plus will be the plus into minus minus. Next 1 4 is it is 4 only. Now you can give the weightage for the sign. Plus into minus, it is minus. So plus 3 will be there as it is. Okay, va? Next, how will you do the multiplication? Sorry, the addition part of this one. I think, wait a minute, someone has sent a message. Yeah, super. Students, you are capable of answering for my question. Super, super. I am very happy. So I add and put the same sign. What you will be getting a becomes minus 9 plus 3 will be there as it is. Here am I getting the same sign or a different sign? One term connected with the plus sign, the other term is connected with the minus sign. So what we are supposed to do, it means we must do the subtraction. Why I am asking you to do the subtraction means is what now? The given two numbers have the different sign. So one number have the positive sign, other number have the negative sign. These two number have the different sign. So we must do the subtraction. Okay, but the difference between 9 and 3 is 6 only. And then very, very important step, what it is now? At last, you are supposed to put the greater number sign only. So what is the greater number here? 9 on 3, na, the greater number is 9 only. So final answer for this question, what it is now? It is minus 6. Okay, wow. Very good, students. Now you are capable of answering for my question. Shall we discuss one more problem based on this concept? Because in the first Roman letter, they have connected with the three subdivisions. So first sum it is over. Next, we will move on to the first Roman letter, second question. Okay, wow. Find the value of the polynomial p of x is equal to 5x minus 4x to the power of 2 plus 3 at x is equal to 2, or you can consider this example. X is equal to 0. Okay, so x is equal to 0. Now, how will you do it? Can you? Shall we start doing it? So, what we are supposed to do it? Here, they are asking you to find the value. How will you find the value? In the place of x variable, can we replace it by 0 now? What value will be getting it for this polynomial? Okay, shall we start doing it? Good. So x can be replaced by 0 in the left side, as well as it can be replaced in the right side also. 5 into 0 minus 4 into 0 power 2 is given. So write the same thing as it is. Next, here the constant term is 3. Now what the students are capable of answering for this question? Yeah, wait a minute, students. Still 2 more steps is there. Let me complete it. Yeah. 5 into 0 becomes what it is? 0. If you are multiplying 0 with any number, the answer becomes 0. Yes, good. 0 to the power of 2 means as what? 0 to the power of 2. It cannot be written as oma. Consider the numerical value 0. 0 into anything becomes what it is? 0 only, no? So 0 to the power of 2 is also 0. So minus 4 into 0 is also becomes 0. And then the constant term will be there as it is. As I told you already, you cannot consider this value. So plus 0 and minus 0 will get cancelled. You are not supposed to say it like this. Okay, but 0 means as what? There is no value. Okay, so at last, my answer becomes as what? It is 3. In the place of x value can be replaced it by 0 now. What I may get the final answer for this question? It becomes 3 only. Okay, right now we have covered the two topics. One is zeros of the polynomial. Next, what value you are getting the variables. Next, shall we move on to the next topic? Yeah. We will try to discuss the zeros of the polynomial in the given exercises. So this is exercise 2.2, fourth sum. Find the zeros of the polynomials in each case. So find the zeros of the polynomial in each case. P of x is equal to x plus 5. Listen, children, it is very, very important concept. Unknowingly, you may commit a mistake also. I will tell you the mistake what it is. So only one polynomial alone is given. Okay, so they are asking us to find the zeros of a polynomial. So here they are asking us to find the value of x, what it can be. Okay, wow. So what value of x, the polynomial becomes 0. Okay, mama. Now listen carefully. I need to get the answer as 0. I need to get the answer as 0 only. In what way I can get it as 0 na? Like a trial and error method. Yes, your answer is correct. Yeah, very good. Applause. Check. Now listen, I need to get the answer as 0. How come I can get the answer as 0? Na? In the place of x value, at present 5 chocolates are there with me. At present, 5 chocolates are there with me. But I need to get the answer as 0. Now, what I am supposed to do it? I must give the 5 chocolates to some other person. Okay, va? So, x value can be replaced it by what? Same number with the opposite sign. Okay, but the other way of learning methodology, what it is now, you can replace the value of the same number with the opposite sign. That's it, sum over. So minus 5 plus 5 will get cancelled and the answer becomes as what? 0. Easy one only, Dana. Yes or no? Shall I give you one more example? So my x is equal to minus 5 is there. My x is equal to minus 5 is there. Zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, one. Suppose ulta. Ulta in sense means simply I thought of changing the value. If x minus 5, let us consider the polynomial p of x is equal to x minus 5. Can you able to find the zeros of the polynomial? So what does it mean? I need to get the answer as 0. That is my ultimate aim. Okay, well, at last I need to get the answer as 0 only. There is no doubt and all. How come I can get that 0 now? What did I say to you? You are supposed to replace the value of x can be what? Same number with the opposite sign. So what is that same number? Right now it is 5. So here also I can write it as 5. Minus 5 is given. What is that opposite sign of minus 5? It is plus 5. So what shall it do? Plus 5 and minus 5 will get cancelled. My answer becomes 0. So how will you write the conclusion? X is equal to 5 is there. X is equal to 5 is the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, ma? Yes? Shall I give you one more example? Super, very good. You are capable of answering for my question. Super, very good, students. Good, keep it up. Next, I'll give you the book bag example itself. P of x is equal to AX. Listen carefully. It is an important one mark question. P of x is equal to AX. And it is very clearly it is given that A is not equal to 0. Now, who can answer for this question? Any volunteers? Can you try your level best? Can you or shall I? The given polynomial is P of x. P of x is equal to AX. Still now we are discussing only related with the numerical values. Suppose slightly I thought of changing the numerical value by instead of x variable. So AX. Okay. That A value must be not equal to 0. It is very clearly it is given that. What about the value of x? So can you or shall I? No idea at all? Very simple only. So I need to A value is non-zero now. Only two variable alone it is given. They have given very clearly A value must be not equal to 0. What is the other variable? Other than A variable, what it is given? X variable. It can be 0 or not. I am not asking you to change it anything. So A can be written as it is. A only. I need to get the answer as 0 because they are asking us to find the value of x only. X can be 0 only, no? So 0 into A becomes as what? 0. Okay, va? So what did I do? The place of x value can be 0 na. The final given polynomial becomes 0. So what is the answer for this question? X. Only A variable alone cannot be replace as 0. So other than the a variable, x can be 0 or not? Yes, it can be. Chances are that because we need to get the answer as what it is, 0 only. So x is equal to 0 is the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, ba? Suppose, let me see who can answer for this question. Here, if z instead of a, I can write it as z. P of x is equal to, let us consider the polynomial P of x is equal to zx. And then please make a note of it. Z is not equal to 0. Can you tell me? Now, can you try a level best to answer for my question? Let me see. So at last, I need to get the answer as what it is. 0 only. How come I can get the answer as 0? Yeah. X value, what can be assigned it here? As I told you already, we are not supposed to do the changes, anything else in the first term. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Super. So Z can be written as it is. We are supposed to give the weightage only for the x variable. If x can be 0, so 0 into anything becomes 0. That's it. Sum over. There's not that much complication. So what is the answer? How will you write the answer for this question? X is equal to 0 is the sentence formation is very, very important. Just like that, we cannot conclude our answer. So x is equal to 0 is the zeros of the given polynomial. Yeah, very good students. You are capable of understanding what I am trying to say. Good, keep it up. Next topic. Right now, we will move on to the next topic. Factor concept. Okay, ba? So first, we will discuss the example. With the help of this example, I will say the theorem definition what it is. Because I got a feedback that you are struggling to learn the factor theorem concept. Yes or no? So with this example, we will move on to the theorem. So theorem means as what? Like a definition, how it would be. Okay, ba? Yeah. Once again. We will try to discuss the examples in itself. Check or determine. Listen carefully. Check or determine x plus 1 is a factor of p of x is equal to, it is also a book back question only, x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 1 plus 1. Listen carefully, children. You need not worry about the question. Mom, the particular question is having 3 terms. Let it be. If it is 3 or more than that, no issue at all. So listen carefully. What is the question, ma'am? Determine x plus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial. So what it is given? X plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, ba? Yes or no? We can write it as x plus 1 equal to 0. What is our x can be? Now, any one of you can try to answer for my question. What is our x value can be? If I am shifting plus 1 to the right side, now what it becomes? Already 0 is there as it is. Okay, but there is no changes at all. 0 will be there as it is. If I am shifting plus 1 to the right hand side, it becomes as minus 1 now. So 0 minus 1 is what it is? Minus 1. So what we are supposed to do it? So far we are learning the same concepts only. Shall we replace the value of x by minus 1? P of 1 is equal to 1 to the power of, sorry, this minus 1 minus 1 to the power of 3 plus minus 1 to the power of 2 plus minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 1. Okay, shall we check it or not? Okay. So listen carefully. I will give you the easiest way to answer for this question. Negative sign. Please make a note of it. Negative sign. First odd number. Negative sign odd number is given. The answer is also will be there in the form of negative. Okay, next negative sign power even number is given. The power even number is given. At last, you will be getting the answer as positive. Okay, you need not learn this as a formula. With an example, first we will try to discuss this one first. Okay, so what did I say to you? Negative sign, odd number is negative. Negative sign, even number is positive. Shall we check with an example? I don't have the sufficient space. That's why I'm rubbing in the right hand side. Yeah. Shall we start doing it? Minus 1 to the power of. So, minus 1 to the power of 1. Minus 1 to the power of 2. Minus 1 to the power of 3. For example, minus 1 to the power of 4. Quickly, can you answer for my question? Minus 1 to the power of 1. It can be written as minus 1 only. Next, minus 1 to the power of 2 means as what it is. Now, I am supposed to write it as minus 1 twice. Yes or no? So 1 ones are 1 only. Minus into minus, it becomes plus. So minus 1 into minus 1, the answer is plus 1. Okay, next, minus 1 to the power of minus 1 to the power of 3, how it can be written? Minus 1 into minus 1. What does it mean? The power of minus 1 occurrence are there how many times? 3 times. So I can write it like this. So can you do the multiplication of these two numbers first? So simply you can represent with an arrow mark symbol like this. What does it mean now? I am asking you to combine these two terms alone. So minus into minus plus 1 ones are 1. Okay, next remaining minus 1 will be the answer. Now once again, can you do the multiplication? Plus into minus, minus 1 ones are 1. So minus 1 to the power of 3, what I am getting here? Minus 1. Like that, we can do the multiplication. So what I want to conclude that now, see here, negative sign, odd number. What is that odd number? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, it goes on. So minus 1 to the power is odd number 1. So final answer is also connected only with the negative sign. Next, negative sign even number, what will be getting as positive. Shall we check it, negative sign even number. Yes, at last what I am getting here? Positive. So what is the conclusion, negative sign odd number is negative and negative sign even number is positive. Okay, those who are willing, please make a note of it. So x plus 1 equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1. Sure, yeah? Okay. Let me complete it first. So quickly, can you tell me? Negative sign, odd number. Let me see who can capable of answering for this question. Can you try your level best to answer for this question, children? Can you? Can you? I need your answer from your side. Negative sign, odd number. So negative sign, odd number must connect only with the negative. Okay, yeah, good. Next, negative sign, even number must connect with the what sign? Be quick, be quick. Can you or shall I? Negative sign, even number is positive. Okay, next. For differentiating alone, I am using the largest symbol. Next term, negative sign. One is an odd number or an even number. Yeah, 1 is an odd number. So what is that answer for this question? Negative. Okay, one negative sign. Next last term, 1 will be there as it is. I shall repeat it again. Negative sign odd number is negative. Okay, wow. Negative sign even number is positive. Negative sign odd number is negative. The constant term will be there as it is. Now, can you tell me, can you conclude these two terms? You can combine all the four terms together, or like a like terms, you can combine as you wish. So let me consider the first two terms, +1 and -1. So what is that answer? It becomes 0. Next, -1 +1 will get cancelled as answer as becomes 0. 0 plus 0, what it is? It is two zeros or zeros only. So you cannot say, ma'am, 1 0 plus 1 0, it is 2 0. So I think you know the basic concepts and all. So what is the answer for this question? At last, it is 0. Now listen carefully. I gave n number of examples for this sum. So what is my ultimate aim for this sum? Determine x plus 1 is a factor. So please underline the word factor. It is very, very important. So what is the word of factor now? Which is nothing but at last we need a polynomial value must become 0. So how will you write the conclusion for this sum? Yes, I am getting 0. At last the polynomial value becomes 0. The conclusion for the sum, x plus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial, because it is given related with the word problem. So final answer also must be written in the form of wording only. X plus 1 is a factor of the given. Gn means as what? Not given. Given polynomial. Suppose if I am getting other than 0. Suppose if I am getting other than 0, how will you write the conclusion? X, for example, other than 0. Now, how will you write the conclusion? That particular value is not a factor of the given polynomial. Okay, va? So right now we have discussed the first three exercises successfully. So only two more exercises are learned is that next class we will try to learn the remaining part. So students, can you give me the feedback up to till now? You are all thorough with the basic concepts, ma? Let me list out the recapitulation. What are the things we have learned it right now? Based on degree, name of the polynomial, first topic. Next, based on a number of terms, the name of the polynomial, and then zeros of the polynomial, next finding the values, for the given polynomial, finding the value for the given polynomial, last but not least, factor, determination of the factor or check with factors. Okay, ma? Next class onwards, you are supposed to give more weightage only based on the factors concept only. Why it is important? Next year, the factor concepts plays a very important role. So important repeated 5 mark questions based on this concepts only. That's why today I thought of giving a intro for this one. Okay, ma? Students, do you have any doubts in the first 4 topics? Can you give me the assurance? Can you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Any one of you can give me the feedback? Eagerly, I am waiting for your feedback only. Then only we can move on to the next class. In what way I must give the examples or definitions. So it is purely based on your requirements. Is it clear? So next class onward, shall we move on to the last topic only or from the first? My question is very simple. Next class onwards, shall I move on to the last topic from the factors concept, or should I to reteach you from the first one, Leah? Any one of you can respond. No idea at all? Okay. So next class onwards, we will move on to the factors concepts only. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, students. Thank you to all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.